Hey Taurus, I am your astrologer, Wonder Girl, taking you to new heights. Here's your weekly forecast for the week of Monday, January 29th to Monday, February 5th, 2018. Now, what's going on this week, Taurus, is that we have Mercury finishing out right here at the very last degrees of Capricorn. Okay, and that for you, Taurus, is in your 9th house here of something new and different that you have not done before. Travel, study, adventure, something along those lines coming in. Okay, so that's what I think that you're thinking about here. Is something new that you haven't done before, something studying, if you're going to school here, some kind of travel, that's kind of just on your mind this week, all right? With Mercury making a square over to Uranus at the very, very end of last week, and with Uranus being in your 12th house here of your insides and of your spirituality, I think there could have been some unexpected things that came up here at the very end of last week in regards to something new that it is that you are doing. Normally, I would say this would be some kind of conversation that would have happened with other people, but because this is your 12th house, I almost feel like this is an internal conversation that it is that you're having in regards to something new that you're doing that's a little bit uncomfortable here. Maybe you're trying to figure out how to step into new chapters in your life in some way, but maybe just aren't feeling quite right about it inside, or maybe have some things from the past that are holding you back. And I think there may have been some unexpected thing that came up inside you or from the past at the very end of last week that you had to deal with in order to do something new in some way. All right, I think it could have been a little bit hard because it was Uranus and this was a square. However, I do believe this hard, unexpected thing maybe that came up from the past or inside you about something new that you were doing was ultimately meant to help you in some way. That's because right after Mercury made a square to Uranus, it did come over here and make a sextile to Chiron, which will happen on Monday of this week. Right? And Chiron here for you is in your 11th house of your goals and of your dreams and your hopes for the future. So I think any uncomfortable feelings that maybe you had come up about something new that you were doing is helping you to better envision a life for yourself, a new life for yourself. In some way is helping you to do something new and to be more comfortable stepping into some new thing where you feel more authentically yourself. Okay, this unexpected feeling and thing that could have come up inside you too could also help you to better understand here with the 11th house coming in who it is that you need to associate with in your life. What kind of groups of people do you need to be a part of here, perhaps new groups of people, in order to just feel better, feel more excited, and feel more passionate about your life and to see a better future for yourself. Okay, so I think that's what's coming in today. And in the beginning of this week, all right, where you're starting to envision a new life for yourself, maybe associate with new people here, or feel more comfortable stepping into some new chapters that it is that you've been working on, all right? As you're starting to do more of that, feel more comfortable with your future and some new thing that you're doing. I think there is also a lot of focus going on right here where the Sun and Venus are over over the South Node in Aquarius. And that for you is going to be your 10th house of your career, of your reputation, and of your social standing. So I think as you're starting to envision a new life for yourself and feel more comfortable stepping into new chapters, I think you're also trying to think too about where your life is going, about your career, about your life direction, and about your social standing. How you can take this new goal, this new dream of yours that it is that you're working on in some way, and begin to take it to move your life in the spot that you want, to give you the reputation that you want, and to move yourself up in the world, okay? Being a really big thing that you're thinking about, especially on Tuesday with Venus coming over the South Node. While you're thinking about your career though and how you can point your life in the right direction, I also think though that you need to keep an eye here where the Moon and North Node are in Leo. And that's because we do have a lunar eclipse coming here on Wednesday. All right, and that lunar eclipse for you is going to be in your 4th house of your home and of your family, and kind of emotional stuff going on. Okay, so I think what's going on here is that you want to think about your life direction, about where your life is going, create the reputation and the social standing that it is that you want. Before you can do that though, which is going to come very soon, you first need to focus on things close to home, on personal matters, on private matters, and on emotional matters, all right? I think what's happening here is that before you can throw yourself into a new life direction, a better career, increase your social standing, reaching some big new goals and dreams of yours, I think you need need to make sure that you're emotionally comfortable with everything that's going on. I think you need to make sure that you have everything at your disposal to sustain some new career direction and some new life direction of yours in a really, really positive way. I also think you might need to make sure you check in with home and family and with anything going on with home and family too, so that you can make sure that everything in your life is super solid, super stable, and super comfortable for you, so that you really can begin to, go in the right direction that's good for you and build on your life in a really, really big and public way. All right. I think if you can get that balance just right here of putting your life in the right direction, but making sure that your home and family are okay with it, that you feel okay with it emotionally, and that everything has been taken care of at home to support some new life direction, I think it is going to help you in the end. That's because we do have Mercury, which will eventually move into your 10th house in in Aquarius, okay, and then come into a sextile with Mars in Sagittarius, and that sextile will occur on Saturday. Okay, and Mars for you is in your 8th house of some changes that you're making, of some endings and beginnings in some way. So I think taking the time here to get right with your home life and to get right with yourself internally so you can reach some new direction, new career or life direction, I think is really going to help you here to make even more of the changes that you need to make to put your life in a place that feels better for you. I think it's going to help you to end or begin some things here so that you really can begin to create the life that it is that you really want. Okay. The 8th house does also rule financial investments, so it could be spending some money here to begin to put your life in the right place. That could come because this is a sextile, though. I see it being a positive use of your money if you are spending it. And there could also be some deep, intimate relationships too, especially ones regarding sharing of your finances or sex and intimacy. Okay, and I think focusing on your home life and on your relationships and on taking care of stuff at home, I think that is eventually going to help you here. Sorry, let me fix this. So I think taking care of your home life, your relationships, of things going on at home is eventually going to help you partner with the right people very intimately and very deeply to put your life in the right place, to make some changes you need to make in your life, to point your life in a better direction and have the reputation that you want, and make some big investments, financial investments in life that really can pay off big time. Okay, so that's what I see going on for you. As you're starting to feel like you're making the changes to put your life in the right direction, reach some new goals of yours, get excited about your future, there could be a little bit of something uncomfortable that does come up. Okay, that's because on Sunday, after all of this has happened, we have Venus in your 10th house come into a square here with Jupiter in your 7th of partnerships, relationships, normally of the one-on-one variety, a marriage partner, a business partner, or even of a contract that it is that you may be signing here. Okay, so as you're starting to feel like, you know what, you're putting your life in the right direction, you're making some changes here, you're feeling much better about it inside, and you're reaching some new goals, I think the focus at the very end of the week comes to your relationships. How can you get the other people in your life here on board with where you see your life going, on all your excitement about the future, about some visions that it is that you're having? How can you help other people see what you see? How can you bring everything together here so that you can live the life you want, live the life that you dreamed of, or live a life that's important to you with other people? It's not just about doing some things that you want because you think they're important, but doing things that you're important with other people in your life. Like, what's the point in doing things in life that you want if you don't have anyone else to share it with? And I think that's what you're trying to figure out at the very, very end of the week here, is not only how you can feel comfortable reaching some big new goals and career dreams and directions of yours, but how you can bring other people along on these changes that it is that you are making. Okay, and I really think that if you can figure out a way to bring people on board with you, it is just going to make you feel much better in the end about where your life is going and some new chapters that it is you're stepping into. All right, so that's what I've got for you there, Taurus. Your card for the week is the Queen of Wands, upright. This is a card, I'm telling you, of passion, of love, of excitement in a lot of ways. The Queen of Wands here always got a project going on, always got things she's doing, very active, loves her life, loves the people in her life, and I think that that's a good week. This is what this week is a good week for. to do things you love, to find the passion in your life, to find your heart, to do things that excite you here, and to not just do things that excite you, but to bring other people on board with you, to catch the excitement, to make your excitement contagious, okay, and to let other people in your life know how loved and how cared for they are. And I think if you can do that, if you can keep some of the excitement alive and include other people and show other people the contents of your heart, I think in the end it's going to help other people come on board with you, and for you to start to get really, really excited here about some awesome new things you're doing that are going to be really, really important for you and your life and where your life is going. All right, so that's what I've got for you this week, Taurus. Thank you so much for watching my horoscope. If you like it, please like it on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, and I will talk to you later.